Hello and welcome to a new episode of Ask a Monk. Today we are dealing with a question asked by Valeria from Brazil, and it's about music in meditation. Should we use music in meditation? So, for this question we have to differentiate a little bit what we want to achieve by meditating. Some people see meditation as a pure wellness method and just want to achieve relaxation and a little bit of calm and getting away from the daily activities, daily problems and to-dos and all that. Well, when you sit on your meditation cushion just in order to achieve this, I don't think that music and meditation is a problem. I compare this sometimes with Qigong. When you're just out in nature and practice Qigong just in order to make some soft movements, come into a flow, as some people say, then when you have music with it is absolutely okay, why not? But neither of them are meditation or Qigong in the strict sense of the word. So in Buddhism we have two kinds of meditation which come together in a certain point, but some people make this differentiation between samatha practice and Vipassana practice. Samatha practice is the practice to calm the mind down. And so you could say, well, that's what I'm doing when I'm listening to music in meditation. Yes and no. The problem is when you calm your mind by listening to music, then you make yourself kind of dependent on music. The brain gets used to the overall situation of accompanied by music when you start your meditation, and without music then you will have difficulties to meditate. So it's kind of getting dependent on it, and that's not what we want. We want to be able to meditate in every situation in life. The second problem is with music in the background, you easily drift away with your thoughts. You come into a kind of dream world. And this is not samatha practice. Samatha practice means to train oneself to concentrate the mind onto a certain point or object, and so calm the mind down. And you don't learn that when you drift away with your mind. Not drifting away means concentration, for instance on the breath, and that's the prerequisite for later Vipassana practice. It's a bit the same when practicing meditation in nature. I do not really recommend that for beginners. Of course, all what I say is more or less a recommendation for beginners and not for people with a lot of practice, years of practice. Also, when you're in nature, you can have distractions by singing birds or whatever it might be. And it may be difficult to concentrate on one point. There's one pointed concentration, which is often quoted. So music is, in this sense, in the Buddhist sense, a kind of distraction. So some people may say now, okay, in Vipassana practice we learn to let go of distractions. It's well, music would be a good training field in order to train oneself to let go. Yes, that's not really wrong, but in Buddhist teaching we never ever create any hindrances, and a distraction is a hindrance. We never ever create hindrances artificially. I remember one situation when I was on a retreat with the Venerable Bhante Sujiwa, my first Vipassana teacher, I can say. And during the meditation breaks, we were practicing walking meditation, and I did so on the parking ground there, and there were many little stones, and I was walking there barefoot, and it was aching very much. And my teacher, the Venerable, saw me and called me to him and told me, never ever do this again. This is not Buddhist practice what you're doing. I said, but what I was trying is to let go of the pain in my feet, under my feet. He said, yes, but that's not Buddhist practice. It's ascetic practice. And the Buddha said, we don't practice like the ascetics, we go the middle way. So, also, in respect to pain, it is to avoid to create it artificially in order to let it go. The second thing is when we listen to music, we may react very emotionally on it. And sadness or longing or so can arise. And that's the same thing. It's an artificial sadness, artificial longing. And we don't want that. When talking about Vipassana meditation, then it's about watching things arise by themselves and fading away by themselves. And we don't make things arise in order to let them go then. So, to sum up, music in wellness meditation, okay, That's absolutely no problem. You know? And as I said, in Qigong, same principle. You know, you can listen to soft music while doing your Qigong practice. When, however, you practice samatha meditation or Qigong in a very deep way, then you should avoid music, and the same goes for Vipassana meditation. Okay, yeah, Valeria, thank you very much for your question. I hope that was helpful. And also I hope next week we have another interesting question we can deal with. By then, I wish you a wonderful week. Stay dedicated, aware and mindful.